You don't have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
The second I got on the campus, I knew Oswego was the place to go.
There's a place for everybody at Oswego.
This school just opens the world to you. Have the opportunity to explore and to learn so many different things, not only about yourself, but the people around you and the world.
It definitely is about the student. I felt it to be very about me. Now that I'm here, I can't imagine myself anywhere else.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter, male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers, we have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has filed for divorce from her husband. Omar is requesting joint legal and physical custody of their 3 children. They have been married in a Muslim faith since 2002, but made it legal until early last year. Papers say there was an irretrievable breakdown of the marriage relationship between her and her husband, Ahmad Hersey. Omar's attorney said it was intensely personal and a difficult time for the family. Reports say Ilhan has since moved out and into an apartment in Minneapolis awaiting their case.
Violence has been escalating in Hong Kong over the past 4 months between pro-democracy and pro-Beijing groups. And now, a number of Chinese businesses, including the Chinese Basketball Association, are suspending ties with the Houston Rockets. Kelly Smoot has the very latest on the fallout.
The Houston Rockets facing serious backlash in China over their general manager's support for the anti-government protests in Hong Kong. On Friday, Daryl Morey tweeted this image that says, quote, "Fight for freedom. Stand with Hong Kong." Morey later deleted the tweet and affirmed his appreciation for Chinese fans, but a number of Chinese businesses have suspended ties with the Houston Rockets, including state-run broadcaster CCTV's sports channel, Tencent Sports, and the Chinese Basketball Association, which is chaired by former Rockets star Yao Ming. In a statement, the NBA said, quote, "We recognize that the views expressed by Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey have deeply offended many of our friends and fans in China, which is regrettable." And star James Harden said the Rockets love their Chinese fans.
We love China. We love, playing there.
Basketball is big business in China.
The Chinese market is important to the NBA. They think it's their future. A lot of Chinese are really into basketball.
According to the Chinese Basketball Association, roughly 300 million, or nearly 1/5 of the people in China, play basketball. But the NBA may be in a no-win scenario. Even as it faces backlash over the tweet in China, it's getting pushback in the U.S. for how it's responded. Texas Senator and Houston Rockets fan Ted Cruz tweeting, quote, "We're better than this. Human rights shouldn't be for sale, and the NBA shouldn't be assisting Chinese communist censorship." I'm Kelly Smoot reporting.
In Hong Kong, many supporters of the movement criticised the NBA's backtracking and thanked Mr. Morey for his original sentiment.
President Donald Trump has signed a new trade deal with Japan that would reopen some of the markets American farmers had lost during the U.S. withdrawal from the Asia-Pacific Pact in early 2017. The U.S. officials estimate this would reduce tariffs for the roughly $7 billion worth of American agricultural products. This new deal comes as the U.S. is preparing to implement new tariffs on the European Union and rising tensions between China and the U.S. from the continuing trade war.
New York City police have arrested about 90 climate activists for throwing fake blood on the Wall Street Bull statue. One protester was seen on top of the Bull statue waving the movement's flag. This was part of a global protest by Extinction Rebellion happening this week to put pressure on governments to do more than climate change.
Just like the New York protests, Extinction Rebellion's activists are protesting in London to instill environmental change. Police have made 280 arrests at the start of week 2. Activists blocked off key places in central London, as well as outside of government departments. Some have chained themselves to the roads and cars, while others will camp overnight in Westminster.
The New Zealand Green Party is looking to fund independent drug testing at music festivals following drug-related hospitalisations at a recent festival. The Listen In Festival saw over 20,000 concertgoers flock to Auckland's Mount Smart Stadium on Saturday night, where 4 individuals, 3 in critical condition, were hospitalised following drug consumption. The Green Party says independent drug testing will keep the youth safe, as it is intended to reduce harm of drug consumption and stop hospitalisations from occurring altogether. Coming up in sports, Brian Rudman.
Brian, can you give us a quick preview?
Of course. Coming up after the break, can the men's soccer team get a big win in the SUNYAC? And I'll bring you up to date on the latest from the Bronx Bombers. All this and more coming up. You're watching WTOP 10 Nightly News. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Brian Rudman with your sports report. As October begins, it can only mean one thing here in Oswego, the beginning of hockey season. Both the men's and women's teams took part in their annual media day this afternoon. Both teams took to the ice to take team pictures and headshots before the coaches and captains sat down with the media to talk about expectations and goals for the upcoming year. For the men in particular, expectations are high.
Mistake about it. Our goal is to win the SUNYAC, regular season, to position ourselves for for a playoff run and trying to win the SUNYAC. So.
Both teams will kick off play on October 19th. The women will host the London Junior Devilettes at 3 p.m. before the men will face off with the Carleton Place Canadians at home. Puck drop for that will be at 7 p.m. Now moving to the Laker turf, the Oswego State men's soccer team came away with a 1-1 tie in double overtime against SUNYAC rival Cortland this past Saturday. The Lakers defense impressed as they were able to hold the nationally ranked Red Dragons to just 7 shots on goal. The Lakers' lone goal was scored by freshman Steven Rojas, who scored just 34 seconds into the second half. With the tie, the Lakers remain unbeaten in SUNYAC play. The Lakers will return to action this Friday when they host yet another nationally ranked team in the Oneonta Red Dragons at 4 p.m. Now, October in the Bronx means playoff baseball for the Yankees. This past weekend, the New York Yankees kicked off their chase for 28 when they hosted the Minnesota Twins in games 1 and 2 of the ALDS. The Yanks took home both victories, winning by scores of 10-4 and 8-2. The Bombers lived up to the name, putting up 18 runs on the weekend. With the 2-0 series lead, the Yanks will look to break out the brooms and complete the sweep tonight in Minnesota for Game 3. Moving now to the ice as the Islanders were able to grab their first W of the season over the Winnipeg Jets last night. The Isles offense really got going in this 4-1 victory. New York was led by Josh Bailey and Anthony Beauvillier, who each contributed a goal and an assist in the effort. With the win, the Islanders moved to 1-1 on the season. They will return to the ice tomorrow at 7 when they face the Edmonton Oilers. Now let's move to the gridiron and take a trip down to Tennessee to see how the Bills fared against the Titans. Mike Vrabel trying to get his team back above 500, but the Bills defense did not want to let him do that. In the second quarter, it's Jordan Phillips bringing down Mariota, nowhere for him to go. That was 1 of 3 on the day for Phillips. Now moving to the later in the second quarter, Josh Allen on play action, just throw it up for the big man, and Lee Smith goes up and gets it. Touchdown, Buffalo, they're up 7-0. But the Titans would answer in the third. It's Marcus Mariota rolling to his right, decides to keep it himself. Can he get there? Yes, he will. Diving across the pylon to tie up the game for the Titans. Now move to the fourth. It's the Titans trying to take the lead, but this block kick is not going to go. Bills would take advantage of this block kick. Next possession for Buffalo. Moving now, a little jet sweep, touch pass, and it's going to be Isaiah McKenzie finding all the room he wants. He's going to turn on those Jets, cut back inside, make it all the way down to the 14. That one would set up later in the drive for this 3rd and 3, as it's going to be Josh Allen on the play action, finding Williams in the end zone. Williams goes wild. The Bills go wild. They have the lead. But the Titans wouldn't go down without a fight, trying to cut the deficit with 6 minutes left to go in the game. And it's going to be Carlos Santos missing the kick. That was his 4th miss on the day. Bills go on to win 14-7. They're now 4-1 on the season.
So right now, I know the Yankees are playing. I'm a huge fan, so give me an update. What's the score?
Well, right now, Yanks up 1-0. Severino looking really strong tonight. It's Gleyber Torres with the home run, giving the Yanks the lead. Look, really good chance for the Yanks to make it to the World Series this year.
That's fantastic.
And Christine, that sunset picture at the beginning of your segment was just absolutely beautiful.
Can we see that again? That photo was just beautiful. I mean, the colors in it, the lake, you can just really see the purples and the blues, the reds, oranges, they're all there. I mean, just beautiful. It may be getting cold outside, but you still can get a beautiful picture. This is taken by Tommy Serra at TC Weather. You can follow him on Twitter. Just absolutely beautiful. And the 7-day, I mean, not really looking too bad. We have temperatures in the 60s this week. Plenty of sunshine to worry about. We really don't see another chance for some rain showers until your Saturday and into your Sunday. Temperatures, I mean, just beautiful in the 60s. I love this type of weather. I don't know about you guys.
Now, I already got out my sweaters, and
yes.
I'm so ready for it. It's honestly exciting to see.
I am ready for the temperatures to cool down for sure.
But no, it's honestly being here on my first day of nightly news for a new cast, new crew. This really puts into, like, it just sets fire under me to just get excited into the new school year. And even though midterms are coming up, it's just like, it's honestly exciting.
Definitely, for sure.
Absolutely, and something you always get to look forward to in Oswego is hockey season. Men's hockey team looking really strong this year. A lot of seniors returning. They only lost by 1 goal to Geneseo in the SUNYAC final last year. Really looking to make that push, finally take home the SUNYAC title, like Coach Gosick said in the video there that we saw.
Perfect. So that's our report for tonight. Be sure to stay tuned for It Is What It Is.
Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.